Hi, welcome to Driving TV Automatic. In this video, I'm going to share with you 5 things. 5 things that makes you a driver, that helps you to be safe on the road, that helps you to pass the driving test. For you to learn to drive and become a driver, and then eventually for you to pass the driving test, it is these 5 that you need in your life to be natural. You shouldn't need to think about them when you come into the car. When it comes to driving, these 5 should be natural for you. You shouldn't need to think about them for you to do those 5. You should be like walking. When you walk, you don't think of walking, do you? You don't think of left foot, left foot, right foot. You don't think of that, do you? You just do it. Why? Because it's natural. That's how we walk. We go out of the house, we just walk to the place that we need to go. We don't even think. Why? Because it's natural. That's how we do it. These 5 that I'm going to share with you in this video, they should be exactly the same as walking. You shouldn't need to think about them. Soon as you come into the car, these 5 should be natural. You should be just doing them without thinking. Let's do them. Let's talk about them. Let's start the lesson. Number 1 is the DSSSM. Every time you come into a car, not just on your first lesson, every lesson or every time you come into a car, even after you pass your test, these 5 DSSSM, DSSSM, they should be natural. You naturally just do them without thinking. Why? Because these are the things you need for you to be safe on the road. Number 1, think of your door, think of your seat, put the seatbelt on, think of your steering, and then make sure you adjust your mirrors. These are the 5 helps you to be ready for you to drive the car safely. Imagine the door was open. Imagine the seat is not adjusted properly. You're not going to feel comfortable, are you? You need to reach the pedals comfortably. Make sure the mirrors are adjusted properly so you can see who's behind, who's around. So these 5 is not just there because you need to do it because your instructor told you. No, you do them because they make you a safe driver. They help you to drive safely and comfortably. Door, seat, seatbelt, steering, mirrors. Don't even start the car unless you check those 5 every time you come into a car. Not just for the lesson, for rest of your remaining days as long as you drive. These 5 always should be checked. So that should be natural. You shouldn't need to think about them. You come in, you check those 5. Number 1. Number 2, MSPSL routine. So what is MSPSL routine? Mirrors, signal, position, speed, and look. You as a driver, this MSPSL routine shouldn't be just for your lesson. It should be for all the time, every time you drive. If you could memorize and if you could put those 5 things into practice every time you drive, you will never go wrong when you're dealing with junctions. When I say junctions, meaning going left, going right, dealing with roundabouts, dealing with crossroads, all those junctions, all those driving that you're going to do, the MSPSL routine must be there without thinking. So the examiner said, or for you to go left or right, what's the first thing you do? Check the mirror. Let others know by signaling. Make sure your position is good. Make sure your speed is good. Make sure you do a final check, making sure where I'm going is it safe for me to go in. If you could memorize those, if you could practice those as it should, you would always be a safe driver when you're dealing with junctions, when you're driving. So number 2 is MSPSL routine. Mirrors, signal, position, speed, and look. Memorize them, practice them, and make sure they become part of your life, part of your driving life. It is not something that you need to think about. It should be just there without thinking. I need to go left, mirror, mirror, signal left, check my position, check my speed. Look if it's safe for me to go. Okay, so MSPSL routine must be mastered, must be in your life every time you're driving. Don't need to think, you just do it naturally. If you are learning and you need help on learning and passing the driving test, don't forget to take the advantage of our online course. The course gives everything a learner needs to learn to drive and to pass the driving test. It has everything a learner needs. I will leave a link on the description for you to have a look. Have a look and see and read, and if you like it, you could always join the course. Next is the normal driving position. You need to make sure that every time you are driving, you know your normal driving position. So we know we drive in the UK on the left hand side. not too close to the pavement, not too far from the pavement. As we go around parked cars, we need to give them one door's width. If there are parked cars on both sides, we drive in the middle. If you are driving in the dual carriageway motorway, more than one lane, we should always be driving on the left lane unless we need to overtake. When we overtake, we come back to the left lane. So make sure you know your normal driving lane, your normal driving position. You as a driver, you should always know the normal driving position, and is your position good? Are you in the right position when you're driving? Are you correctly positioning your car when you're driving? Practice that, learn that, and make sure that becomes natural so you don't think, you just do it naturally. So number 3 is normal driving position, normal driving lane. Number 4 is your blind spot. Checking the blind spot every time you are moving off. So you are moving off from a stationary position, you want to move off. So now I'm parked up on the left and I need to move off. For me to move off, look all around, check the blind spot. Because the blind spot is the place where the mirror doesn't cover. This mirror, it doesn't cover. Unless you look over and check, you don't really see who's in the blind spot. You don't know who's in the blind spot. Do you know where the blind spot is? Make sure you know where the blind spot is. Make sure you know, you get to learn where the blind spot. There are 2 blind spots in your car, one on your right, one on your left. 4 o'clock on your right, 8 o'clock on your left. When I say 4 and 8, what I mean, imagine you've got a clock around you. If you've got a clock around you, this will be 12 o'clock and behind will be 6 o'clock. So 4 o'clock here is your right blind spot, 8 o'clock here is your left blind spot. Before you move off that way, make sure this blind spot is done. Before you change lane that way, this blind spot is done. Before you move this way, make sure this blind spot is done. Before you change lane from there to this lane, make sure this blind spot is done. So always make sure that you check the blind spot without thinking. That should be in your life without thinking. It should be naturally, every time you make any movement, you should be looking at the blind spot. Okay? Number 5, whatever you learn, make sure you know the reason behind it, why you need to do it. Don't just do it because your instructor told you. Make sure you know the reason. That way, you'll never forget. You'll always remember. So why do you need to check the blind spot? Don't just check the blind spot because you need to, or somebody told you, your instructor told you. No, the reason we check is because this part, the blind spot, is not covered by the mirrors, like I said. So make sure you know the reason why you are doing the mirrors, signal, position, speed, and look. The reason why you are coming in and doing the DSSSM. Before changing lane, why blind spot? Before moving off, why blind spot? I need to go left and right. Why do I need to do the MSPSL routine? So when you learn something, when your instructor tell you to do something, they will explain it to you. If you don't understand, make sure you know the reason behind why you need to do it. That way, like I said, you'll know the reason, and the reason you're doing it, you will know, and you'll never forget. So number 5 is always know the reason why you are doing something. When you learn something new, especially when you're learning something new, your instructor will explain to you why you are doing it. If you don't fully understand, make sure you ask and you get to learn, you get to know why you are doing that thing that you are about to do. That way, like I said, you'll never forget. Gaining knowledge is power. The more you know, more you will be better by doing practicing. Just practicing is not enough. You need to practice because you know the reason why you are practicing, why you need to learn that, and then you practice it. Once you master, you will never forget why, because you know the reason behind it. What's the danger behind it if you don't do it? So always learn something and know the reason why you are learning, why you need to do that. And as a bonus tip, I'm going to give you one extra, and that is, when you're learning, always believe that you can. Whatever you do, have that belief you can do it. Okay? If driving is not your cup of tea, then driving can be difficult in the beginning. It can be challenging for you in the beginning. Maybe you are learning because we need driving. Driving is necessity. We need driving to go to work, visiting friends, going places. So we need driving in our life. And because of that, maybe you don't like driving, but you need to learn because, like I said, we need it in our life. And because of that, unless you believe you can, it is going to be difficult for you. It's going to take longer for you to learn. So try to believe that you can. People are doing it. Millions are doing it. They're learning and they're passing. Why can't you? You need to believe. There's no point coming into the car, giving and spending all that time, all that money, all that energy, and you don't believe you can. It doesn't matter how good the instructor is, they will only tell you, they won't do it for you. You have to believe that you can do your own work, face the challenge, and overcome the challenges that you come across. Okay, like I said, if driving is not your cup of tea, if you don't enjoy driving, then learning, it will be a challenge for you. It will be a bit difficult in the beginning, but eventually you will learn. But if you don't believe, it's going to take even more longer. You don't want to take them longer than it should, because like I said, it's going to cost money and time and energy. You don't want to spend a single penny more than you need, more than you should. So the journey of learning, try to believe you can. Always believe that I can do it. Put yourself into that challenge and do your work. Okay, remember, don't leave everything to your driving instructor. They will only tell you. They'll come in, give you the time, take their money, and they're going to go. You have to go home and do the work. Everything you've learned today, go home and think about them, study them, read about them, watch videos about them. That way it will benefit you. Remember, it's your time, it's your money, you're the one who needs to learn. It's not the instructor. Instead, the instructor, they know how to drive the car. They will only tell you how to drive. Your job is to think, read, study, gain knowledge, make notes, come in, be fully prepared. Every time you come into the lesson, always fully prepared for the lesson. Be ready for the lesson. Don't just come in. Don't just wake up and come in. Make sure you come in because you want to learn. That this 1 hour or 2 hour in a lesson, you're ready for it. If you need extra help to learn to drive and to pass your driving test, don't forget to take the advantage of our online course, which gives everything a learner needs. The course will give you everything you need for you to learn and for you to pass the driving test. It has everything you need for you to learn to drive and for you to pass the driving test. I will leave a link in the description for you to have a look. Have a look and see and read. If you like it, you could always join the course. Thank you for watching. I hope this video helps. If it does, please do give a thumbs up. Please do make a comment what you think of the video. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of my future videos. Hope to see you again on the next video. Bye for now.